to SingleTrack Session number 29, or welcome to, since we're not back at it. This is our first time doing 29, and that's over. So, SingleTrack Session number 29 in the O. That's what I've called it now, the O.
The O.
I like that, because people call it O-Town, Ogden.
Oprah might have a problem with that.
Is she the O, or is it just O?
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm calling it the O right now until she sues me, and then we'll get her on the show, because she ran a marathon once.
She did once or twice.
All right, so few things happening this past week, but I'll tell you what, we've just got some cool announcements to make, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Me too.
Obviously we got the Beaverhead 100K entry winner.
We do.
Which that person after this show better let us know, because they need to make sure they run the race.
Yeah, they do. If they don't, we have backups.
We do have backups.
We went 3 deep.
We did.
Yeah.
So we can't tell you who the 2 and 3 are, and we're not going to tell you the 1 yet.
No.
But we also have another announcement that we're just going to kind of drop some tidbits.
This person's a sponsored athlete.
Yep, the person that we will have at the Ogden Trail Running Festival, the film part, on Friday night.
We have a special guest.
We have a special guest, and they are a sponsored athlete.
They're a sponsored athlete.
So that's drop number 1.
Okay.
All right, so, all right, before we go any further, though, I want to give a personal shout-out to my beautiful young daughter, Aspen Sky Manning. She turns 12 years old.
Oh, man. Really?
When this show launches.
12.
12 years old. 6th grader. She's going to be going up to Weber State University in the summertime for a little advanced STEM course she got accepted to.
Start her bachelor's in...
I know, right?
In microbiology.
I can't tell you. So happy birthday, Aspen. She is a future University of Oregon student, as she claims. We took her for a tour of the college in September, where I ran around the track there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. So anyway, happy birthday, sweetheart, and now we can start the show.
All right.
So let's get this right out of the way. This is always messes runners up.
I hate it.
So this weekend, Saturday at midnight, you're supposed to do your daylight savings. So it's spring, so you spring it forward.
You kick it
right?
forward,
So you lose an hour,
Yep.
and so it's going to mess with your mojo if you're an early morning runner.
Yeah.
If
got
you're
another month before it gets light.
Yep.
Now.
If you're an evening runner, you're kind of giddy.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you are.
Which I'm not. So, and right now, since I'm not working, I run at like noon, so it doesn't really make a difference
perfect,
right now. Different crowd. We talk about that. I've run across this guy on the trail like 3 times now.
Yeah.
And I haven't met him yet. Seems like a nice guy.
What's his nickname? Because when you
Mariner.
If you don't meet somebody, they get the nickname.
Mariner.
Right? Mariner.
He wears this old school Seattle Mariners baseball hat.
It's a Mariner's his nickname. I got those too. You got those people that
we had Snake Lady.
Yeah, we had Snake Lady, and then if I don't have I usually have clients at 9 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I go do some personal training with them. But if they're not in town because they travel a lot, I usually go hit a run up, and there's always this lady. And she's got 3 dogs.
Oh.
And she looks like Farrah Fawcett, so I call her Farrah.
Farrah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, Farrah Fawcett. That's a name from the past.
Yeah.
That's going to go right over.
Farrah? Sarah.
It's Farrah.
Farrah.
It's
Yeah, I call her Farrah.
Yeah, it's Farrah.
She looks like her.
Does she have all feathered, puffy hair?
Yeah, she does.
That's awesome, man. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. So, yeah, don't forget daylight savings time. That's going to mess you up if you're not careful. So if you have a run plan that morning with some friends, don't hose them, man. Let's see. What about our last show? We had Coach Kenzie Barlow on.
We did. We got lots of good participation on that one.
We did. A lot of comments, a lot of shares. It was a good show, fun show. With everything that she does. I almost plumb forgot about me podium at the 1K until she brought it up in her comments section.
That was awesome.
So I went out and did some speed work yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm going to challenge some of my daughter's 6th grade kids to a race next week just for training, kind of see where I'm at.
Those kids are fast off the line, man.
They are. They're rambunctious. I'm going to get them, right after, an hour after lunch. So they're kind of tired.
Oh, they're a little sleepy then.
Yeah, when they got that crappy food in them. So it was a good show. Kenzie's, was a great interview. A lot of fun with that one. Next week, show 75, which is kind of a benchmark, I guess, the number, right? It is. 25, 50, 75, 100.
Right.
So we have an awesome guest that we were pretty excited about.
Yeah.
We had some technical difficulties to start this one, so I'm not going to throw it out. We tried something brand new. It's a phone interview,
right?
Which we're not. We don't do a lot of. We've done them in the past.
That was our second one, second official phone interview. Because in the past we've used Google Hangouts.
Yep.
And that gets kind of janky. It gets laggy. I don't like it.
Janky. It gets janky.
You know what I mean?
Hashtag janky.
That's right. So this time we used something called Ecamm. And you can do calls through Skype or you can do it through FaceTime. And since Eric and I are Mac dudes. We did FaceTime. But we just were being stupid and didn't have the Wi-Fi set up. And we tried to do it somewhere else. So we finally figured it out when we went back to my home office. And I think those things work pretty good once you got it down.
Yeah, and we'll get it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do some more tests. In fact, we're going to have, as we mentioned, Jeff Hart. This will be his first year running Hard Rock. We talked about following him, so he'll be a good guinea pig for us, not just for Hard Rock, but for dialing in our eCam.
Well, we got a couple interviews coming up where we're using eCam.
Yeah, so we got to get it dialed.
Right.
But yeah, we had Chrissy on talking about the Chuckanut 50K.
Yeah, the history of that.
Which was awesome, hearing some of that. I mean,
we could probably talk to her for a couple more hours about just the stories of the Chuckanut.
Yep. She had obviously prior engagements, plus she had to go run. But
right.
Always fun to talk to Chrissy. Just a class act.
Yeah.
So nice, so genuine, so patient this time with us
she
getting
was patient.
off the line a little bit. But you're gonna enjoy the show.
Right.
We got some good information, not just on Chuckanut, a little bit about Christy. Not a ton. We didn't go into her so much, but we talked about some camps.
Maybe next year we can talk to her about that.
Yep, next. And she, said next time, so that's always good. And she contacted us because she ran. The funny thing is, she went down to San Diego,
right,
for Patagonia, and she ran with Luke and Bronco Billy,
right.
And she got back and she messaged me. She says, "Hey, I'd love to come on the show. I was down talking to these guys, and they were talking about you." And I'm like, "Uh-oh."
I know. I same thing. I'm like, "Uh-oh."
I said,
Luke's talking smack about us.
What'd they say? She goes, "Oh, it was all good." I'm like, "It better have been good. we treat our guests right, So yeah, you're gonna enjoy that show. That launches next Tuesday with Chrissy Mel. And like Joel said, we've got some other home run guests coming up as well that you're gonna enjoy.
Yep.
No shortage right now for anything, and then we're gonna be at Buffalo Run.
I know that snuck up on us.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna probably have my bus, so I'm a little upset.
Yeah.
I need to
tow it out there.
Yeah, we need to do something. But anyway, so should we launch talk about the Beaverhead contest?
A guy won it.
A guy won the Beaverhead contest.
Okay, so that's hint number 2.
That's hint number 2. So hang on, it's a guy.
It's a guy.
It's a guy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump. Joel. All right, you were gone this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up? You went south and just enjoyed the good weather.
Man, it was glorious. Went to St. George.
Nice.
Yeah, run the Red Mountain 50. Supposed to do the 55K, but man, I wasn't feeling it, so I dropped down to 30K.
Nice.
And that's what I love about that course.
That's awesome.
It's cool, man. You could do these rad loops out in the desert. Each loop is different. Come back to the same aid station, so you can just have one drop bag if you want it. I can't say enough about that race.
That's awesome.
It's cool. Yeah, I think it should be something that should be on people's calendars.
Yeah.
Because it's got great accommodations. St. George does.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Red Desert.
No, the desert's different down there.
Is it?
Where we were out west of Ivins, west of Santa Clara.
Okay.
And the desert out there there's a lot of green bushes and cactus, and then the the trail itself was actually technical.
Was it?
I was talking to Turd'l about this because we went and had dinner on Saturday night, and I said, I didn't expect the trails to be that technical. I was expecting something a little bit more buffed out. But, I mean, there's a lot of rocks on that side of the valley, and so the trail was really rolling. There's a lot of rocks, and you just had to be on your game the whole time. You couldn't just zone out. And, boy, the views were amazing.
Were they?
Yeah, they really were. It was so cool.
And Joel mentioned he was registered 50K, but he ran the 30K, but they also had another distance, right?
Man, they had, I think, a half marathon.
Yeah, the half. So
they had a half marathon.
Distance for everybody.
So they had 13-miler, 18-ish, and then 34-miler, something like that. So you met at this park in Ivins, and then you got bussed out to the start. If you decide to do this race, there's 2 different buses, meaning that there's a group of buses that leave at like 5:45.
And then the short bus.
And then they drop all those people off, and they come back, and they get another group of people. If you do take the first round of buses, you need to have something to keep you warm. Just a little tidbit of information, because it's chilly.
Yeah, it is chilly.
I
mornings.
froze my butt off.
You were on the first bus?
Yeah, I was on the first. I didn't realize there was a second group of buses, or else I would have hung out at the baseball diamonds.
Stayed warm in the car or something.
Yeah, exactly. Stayed warm at the car. But, yeah, it's great. So they bus you out to the start. and then boom, go, and you just run on the service road for, I don't know, a mile or so, 2 miles, and then you get on single track, and you're just on single track. And it's really cool single track.
Wow.
And it was really well marked. You do have a couple sections where you're on the first loop, because it's all about loops out there, where you're actually having two-way traffic, but it wasn't no big deal.
Yeah.
Right? And then by the time you got on your second loop, there was no more two-way traffic. The half marathoners were going back to the finish area. It was just the 30K people and the 55K people out there doing loops. And then Turd'l Miller and his lovely wife manned the aid station, so it was top-notch service all the way. Really good food at the aid station. I can't say enough good things about it. When you run back to the finish area, you do pop back out on the road. And see, I didn't pay attention to the course description that well.
Yeah.
We popped back out on the road, and I'm like, uh-oh. Do we got to run 4 miles back to the finish on road? I about had a meltdown at that point. I was like, I'm not psychologically ready to run 4 miles on the road.
It's too early.
Yeah, it is too early. But then we popped back onto this double track and got back on some single track. That was kind of like that classic red desert, which was just so neat to see how variable it was. And we're running parallel to this road, and there's all these kind of like shacks off the side of the roads, and for some reason each one of these shacks had about 500 roosters each. And you're like, what's going on over there? And then you notice a couple places have these enclosed arenas with plywood, and you're like, I know what you guys are doing.
Oh, man.
So it was pretty neat to get that tour of Ivans,
Nice.
And then the desert out there. I really liked it. You get a big fat medal at the finish.
I saw
which
that.
is pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw the medal. Someone took a photo of it.
Yeah, they were making some. Oh, they made quesadillas.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Joel's sold.
I crushed them at the finish. And then they were making smoothies, man.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my gosh. It was so good.
So he's saying take the second bus there, but leave late as you can when you go home.
Yeah, and just stay at the finish line and eat.
Stay at the finish line buffet.
Yeah, so it was that park in Ivans is really cool. It can handle a big crowd. It's great for families there at the finish line. They got a big play area for the kids. Yeah, it's easy to get to. And then you're down St. George. It's warm.
Yeah.
And there's so many cool things to do in St. George afterwards.
Lots of parks around.
I know. Well, we went
parks.
hiking on the Chuckwalla Trail afterwards. Okay. There's a turtle preserve that's north of town. And so we went out there and hiked. It was way cool.
That's awesome.
And the next day we went and checked out these petroglyphs by the Santa Clara Reserve again. And that was way neat. Just a small little hike. And you get up and you see all these crazy petroglyphs from
forever
800 years ago,
That's
right?
crazy.
1,000 years ago.
Wow. That's just a fun weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Just a good excuse. That's something I definitely want to do next year for sure.
And the weather was warm.
That's always a plus.
It was like 70 degrees.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be hot.
Well, the race, I wore a long sleeve Patagonia shirt the whole time.
Did you?
Yeah, because it was just chilly, and yeah, I'm trying to cut weight,
There you go. Yeah. You had the little what are those little wrestling suits
Yeah,
on?
exactly.
Made out of aluminum foil.
Exactly. I can't say enough good things about it. It was well run. It's a great course. You won't get bored. It's a good spring tune-up.
And like you mentioned too, was you shot me a text. I'm like, man, there's a lot of people you knew down there.
Holy cow, there was. Yeah. The Power Stash brothers were there.
Yeah, Hayden Hawks and Brian Tolbert.
Yeah, so Power Stash Senior, which is Tolbert.
Yeah,
he was there, and they were standing at the front of the race line. And they both kind of grabbed me, and I went over and talked to him for a little bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Hayden didn't, you didn't give him a run for his money then. Look, Hayden came away with the win.
Oh
Tolbert took third.
Yeah. Those guys were running so fast. It's ridiculous. I can't believe how fast they're running.
That's awesome. And then Turd'l, he's going down there. Of course, saw Turd'l, had dinner with him.
Yeah, we had dinner with Turd'l. That was great to see him. Had a lot of fun hanging out with his little girls were there. My little boy, they played Miss Pac-Man.
Awesome.
That was the first time my little boy played Miss Pac-Man.
Nice.
And you just saw the light going off in his head. I was like, yeah, you get it now. Now you understand why I don't like your Xbox. This thing's so much better.
This is the real deal.
So he killed about $5 a quarter playing Miss Pac-Man.
Awesome. Waka, waka, waka.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, so that's the Red Mountain race. That's put on by St. George Running Company, is that right?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay.
We never got a chance to go. I wanted to go over there and check out their shop. We just didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, we got to get as much done as we can while we're down here. and it was just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
So next time.
That's awesome. So Joel had a good race. Like we mentioned, Hayden Hawks won the 50K, Tolbert on a third place finish.
Right.
Sounds like the top three were kind of out there most
they were
of the
going
day.
fast. Local kid did roll out the 30K.
Oh, yeah. He's living now in Ogden.
Right.
He works down at Gear 30, who's
Yep.
a sponsor of the Ogden Trail Running Festival.
Right.
Trevor Ricks.
Trevor or
Is it Trevor? Yeah, it's Trevor.
Trevor.
Yeah, I think so.
Last name's Ricks.
Yeah, Trevor. I think it's Trevor Ricks. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway.
Yeah, Justin Ricks does the
races,
series down in
Behind the Rock,
Yeah.
down in Moab and
So
all
it's
that.
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor. So
he ran fast.
So he used to run with Star Valley, right?
I think so.
Ran for Ty Draney, I believe.
I want
Or
to say
Ty
he
coached
ran
him.
at Weber State. He ran at Weber State. We didn't do our homework on this one. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks.
Well, I mean, there's so many new people coming out.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think it's so cool
speedsters.
that all these cross-country kids are now kind of stepping in the trail world, and they're blowing it up.
Yeah.
They're
well,
running so damn fast.
well, and Hayden's going to Chuckanut
He is.
in a couple weeks, and Chrissy
Yep.
in the show, without going too far ahead, someone's picked him to win the race up there already.
Well, I was talking to Hayden at the race, and he was saying, "Yeah, I feel really good." He said that. What was that race that just happened a month ago? Red Hot.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, it felt easy." I'm like, "Really? You killed it, dude!" And he just went and did that Red Mountain race as an easy training run.
Because he lives there.
Yeah, won it. He's amazing right now.
That's
He's
crazy.
Just crushing it.
I just hope we've talked about it before. I just hope he doesn't overdo it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is, once you get into that, I couldn't imagine, but I'm sure once you get there, it's exciting.
Oh yeah.
And
you
you're
can see
winning,
it.
you're racing against amazing, top notch. And
Yep.
the kid is super humble.
He is.
He's just excited, and he's just kind of matter of factly. So
Yep.
he's not arrogant, he's not
No.
cocky. He's just super humble, but he knows what he wants to do, and he just
He
goes
does.
for it.
And he was saying that the people that have signed up for Chuckanut right now, he named off like the top 5 dudes. And he goes, "Yeah, Max just signed up. Max King just
Yeah.
signed up." And I'm like, "Well, there's your main competition, and then there's some other dude. Sage Kennedy's going to be there, and he'll give those guys a run for his money. But let's be honest, Hayden's got the speed because the first 6 miles is all on service road.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I mean, Max has done it a lot. Sage, it depends on how he comes into it.
Yeah.
It'll be good. It'll be a good race.
It's going to be a solid race.
It'll be a good race. I mean,
It depends
Hayden's
on the
just
weather,
been running
too.
fast, too.
Yeah. The weather could be a factor up there.
So,
Yeah.
that'll be fun, and good luck to him for sure.
Yeah, that was so cool to see those guys run fast.
Yeah. And then let's throw out another tidbit for the folks out there about the individual that's going to be at the film festival. Again, this is the film festival for
Right.
the Ogden Trail Running,
So this is Friday night.
and it's
So
sold
if
out.
you bought tickets, you're going to be a happy camper.
Yeah, if you didn't, you're going to say, "Oh, I knew I should have."
But we have one ticket right now, one ticket that's available to you. It is to be the date of Turd'l Miller.
That's right.
And so after you hear this announcement, which is not coming up yet, you'll be like, "Oh, I got to get that ticket."
So, yeah, we'll have that link.
So it's a person, it's a sponsored athlete, and what's the next tidbit?
Why don't you give them a race that this individual's won?
Okay, this person has won Speed Goat,
Okay.
Hard Rock.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, there's 2 races.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a sponsored athlete who's won a couple big races.
Yeah.
And boy, I'm excited about this, by the way.
Me too.
We've known for a couple weeks, kinda, and we've known for a week solid.
Yeah, we've known for a couple weeks and for a week.
And it's been hard to
confirmed.
sit on.
It
And
has
then
been.
the Beaverhead winner
Yeah.
is a dude, as
a
Joel
dude.
said, and the dude is not from Utah, I don't think.
No, it's not.
So there's the other tidbit there.
Right.
So these are going to be some good stuff.
I think so.
Let's see. We also had a message. So here's what we're looking on next. We've got a message from somebody here locally who got into Hard Rock accidentally.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get into Hard Rock.
Yeah. So this, you know how it is. You want to put in because you know it's going to take you forever.
Right.
There's always that rare chance. So this fella here in Utah, he got in. I think it's his second year putting in, maybe first or second
Something
year.
like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
he
he's
was
just
going to try to build his ticket.
he's trying to build his ticket. He wasn't trying to get in. I think
Yeah.
he's done one 100-mile race,
I think so,
if I
too.
remember
Yeah,
correctly.
well, you had to qualify.
Yeah, yeah. So, but he's only one. It's not like he's got this 10 pedigree hundreds. It's like
No.
I think he's done one.
Right.
And now he's in Hard Rock. So he reached out and sent us a message. And Joel, why don't you kind of give the folks kind of his message and what we're looking for?
It basically was, beep, 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 beep. I got into Hard Rock, and he had to change his underpants. And he goes, "Hey, can you guys get somebody on the show that's done Hard Rock, that's been in the same situation that I've been in, so I can hear their story.
Yep.
And not only would that be a good story for Austin, it'd be a good story for everybody else, I think.
Yeah.
So we're searching for that one person that didn't intend to get into hard rock, but got in, ran it successfully. We want to hear your story.
Yeah. So reach out to us, manners@trailmanners.com, or on our Facebook page. Send us a message. But we're looking for that person.
Yeah.
That didn't purposely want to get in that year, that got in and was kind of in a crash course of, oh, hell, here we go.
I know.
Right? So we'd love to talk to you, get you on the show, maybe help some other people out too. So
I feel for the dude. I would have a poo-poo player too if I got into hard rock.
Man, I'll tell you, especially like you said in the message said, I mean, he's pretty new to the racing scene, especially that distance. So that to begin with. But hard rock's not something that's scary.
Yeah, it scares me.
I mean, been on the course, obviously never run the race. Been up Handy's been a big part of that course, and it's still intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
And I didn't have to do that section.
I know.
But it's just it's beautiful though.
Right.
Let's see what else we got. Hope you're following Ricky Gates. It's pretty cool on Instagram.
Yeah,
He's got some people running here and there with him. He's stopping, taking some really cool, iconic photos.
Yeah.
So I hope you're following him. The best place to do it really is Instagram. On his website, you hit that Transamericana, it doesn't go anywhere. So I think they're having problems with the website right now. But
Right.
It's super cool. Just take a look, and if he comes through your area, like I think the last picture I saw, he had a lean-to sleeping next to a swamp.
He's still down south somewhere.
Yeah,
Huh?
and so, if you got some floor space, he'd probably take you up on it.
Yeah.
And he's eating, so he's got some, food. So anyway,
Right.
check that out. As Joel mentioned, we'll talk about the bidding and the link for the date night with Turd'l.
Yep.
But since we're talking about Turd'l, the Turd'l Tracker is back.
Yes, it is.
And this sucker, and man, I'm struggling with this because last week he'd said it 184.
Right. And then he teased us. He goes, well, how do you know that I'm not cheating?
Yeah.
He's not cheating.
He's not?
The reason why, because we went to dinner with him, and he goes, here, dude, watch this. So he pulls his phone out, and he shows me this video of him weighing in. And I'm like, all right, I believe you now. But he goes, watch the whole thing. And at the very end of it, it's in his bathroom. I could see a mirror, and I could see him walking to his scale, and the dude is butt naked. Getting on his scale. And I was like, oh, man, Turd'l. And he just busts up laughing. He goes, see, I'm not cheating. It was awesome.
But yeah, this time he weighed in at 178.7.
That's because he's not eating anything.
But that's crazy to me. Like I'm doing the whole Primal Blueprint thing, right? And I've done it before, and I'm on like week 3, and mine's not coming off like it was.
Well, I tell you,
so
if you just stop
frustrating.
eating, it works.
Yeah, but then I'm like, how do you have? Because I went out on a run earlier this week,
Right.
and I had zero energy.
You just got to do it first thing in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I guess. So good luck to Turd'l on
Yeah,
that.
no, he's killing it.
Next tidbit for our sponsored individual that's
Right.
won a couple races.
Ooh, they're not from the U.S.
They are not from the United States of America.
That was a softball right there. That was an easy one.
Knock that one out of the
Yeah, we
park,
did.
if you will. Well, I don't know. There's a couple I could come up with. People aren't going to get it. I don't think they're getting. We're going to say it, and people are going to go, "Man, I wish I was going to that." And they're going to go, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to bid on Turd'l's ticket."
Right.
So
We're
let's see.
gonna have to hurry it up. I mean, we're almost at the end of the show here.
We are.
Yeah.
So the next thing is the Gib Wallace race that's open. We have hit that first 50 with the free Solomon kit.
Wow.
But the next 50, so
Hey, did we
51,
decide who won that yet?
We haven't yet.
Okay, we
No.
need to do that for next week's show.
All right, so we'll get that done. But the next 50, so 51 through 100 that register, you're in a drawing for a pair of Solomon shoes.
That's
so
right.
there's still some nice tidbits out there for you as well. All right, let's give the Beaverhead another hint for the Beaverhead. It's a guy.
It's a dude. He's not from Utah.
Not from Utah.
Yeah.
And I don't know
I
a
don't
lot
even
of,
know what state he's from. To
I
be
kind
honest.
of think I do, but I'm not
Is he
sure.
a California guy?
No, I think he's like Midwest-ish, maybe.
Is he?
Arkansas, what sticks in my head.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh man, I thought it was California. Maybe
no,
not.
but he has a first name
wait a
and a
minute.
last
Do
name.
you know how to pronounce his last
I do
name?
not know how to
Because I've
pronounce
been
his
working on
last
that.
name. So that's probably a giveaway for the person that won, but I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I was going to let you do that.
No,
So,
he's going to have to use Vocaroo, and just basically you can just call in, and then they can send us that file.
that pronunciation of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. We
Yeah.
need to start using that more often.
But I hope the individual shows up, right? Because that's
Yeah.
what we're worried about, especially the out-of-state people.
Right.
It's like
Oh,
we
we're
want to make sure you
out-of-state
use
too.
it.
I mean,
yeah,
we're
but
in
we're
Utah.
not from. Yeah, but we're not that far compared to some of our entrants.
True.
So
We had somebody from Florida in there.
yeah, we've had people from all over, but it was cool. So
All
let's
right,
see.
so let's give it away. Who is it?
The winner of the Beaverhead 100K entry and a huge laundry list of
I know,
stuff.
crazy
Shirt,
how much
visor,
stuff we gave away. A watch if you need it.
Yeah, watch if you need, all kinds of stuff. The winner is,
Yeah.
drum roll, Josh.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go for it.
Go for it.
Hinojosa.
Ooh, yeah. I like that.
Or Hinojosa if
Yeah.
the J's the other way.
Yeah.
So Josh H. You know who you are.
That's right.
You entered the contest. You reach out to us. Facebook.
Yep.
Email me, manners@trailmanners.com. Let's get you registered. Make sure you're going to be here
Yeah,
for sure.
If
We
not,
don't want to waste the entry.
backup. We got a backup.
We've
got 2 other people that are on the list.
Yeah, so congratulations, Josh.
Yeah.
And thank you for everybody that entered that one. That's awesome. And
Yeah,
we hope
we had like 50 shares on that. That was cool.
We hope Josh comes up because we'd like to meet him. And congratulations. And also, pronounce your last name. If I screwed that up, I absolutely apologize. But, a couple other quick things we can cover before we announce the guest.
Right.
The Trail Manners gear sale, 25% off still. Trail Manners 25.
That's been going strong. We're almost done with the gear, thank goodness.
Yeah,
So we get new stuff in.
We got some new gear, hopefully ordered, but we need to get rid of that stuff. So help us out there. Again, give us a review on iTunes would be awesome. Share, like, follow. Let's get that social media train running.
Right.
That's huge. But one thing I want to touch base on, because this was super cool.
It was.
I said, post a photo where your feet took you this weekend.
Right.
Because I want to see where people run. Because we see our stuff all the time.
Oh, I forgot to take my. So we need to back up.
Okay.
So at the race, I forgot my handheld, and I forgot my hydration.
So
pack.
you're running a race in the desert with
Yes.
no moisture.
And I need to say thank you to Turd'l because he came through for me and brought me a handheld. So I didn't. That's why I didn't have a picture.
Okay.
I didn't have anything to
Carry your phone
Yeah.
in? You didn't have the armband phone thing? Or
Don't go
anything
there,
like
dude.
that?
No, that's
Or-
not my thing, man.
It's not? Okay.
And those Patagonia shorts aren't big enough to put an iPhone 6 in.
Yeah, or a laptop. So.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I didn't submit a picture.
Okay, that makes sense.
Corey Reese did get a picture of me, though.
They did.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was a cool photo,
Yeah,
too.
that was nice of him. Ran into him and his wife. They were out there doing the half marathon.
That's
I
awesome.
stopped and chatted with them for a little while. She's a really nice lady.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here, I'm going to name some of the locations where people
Yeah.
posted their photos because this is super cool. So we had like Prescott, Arizona. We had Idaho Falls, Idaho. The Ozarks, Menin Butte, Idaho. Sydney, Australia.
Ooh, that's far away.
Delta, Colorado. Seneca Creek 50K
Yep.
from the race there. Dude
Right.
was chugging a big old mug of beer.
Yeah.
Just right outside of Libby, Montana. A few from Antelope Island
Right.
in Utah. Southern Utah, obviously, we had a few. Oregon. Lithia Springs, Georgia, and Kabul, Afghanistan.
That's far away.
That's not close.
And I was really surprised that actually somebody was running
Yeah.
outside of Kabul. And I'm like, really? I mean, that'd be a little nerve-wracking to me, man.
That would be. But it was really cool, too, because there were people posting their photos of their Trail Manners gear.
Yeah, that was fun, too.
We had from Colorado, Utah, we had visors and shirts,
Right.
and that's really cool. So
Yeah.
we love seeing those photos, so we'll keep that coming. But also, we need some photos for the SingleTrack Session, speaking of photos, so keep getting those in.
Right.
And then Joel did a quick gear garage for C3 Fit.
Yeah, it's up right now. I just need to get it on the website. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, but we'll have that coming out, so you can check that out. Also, the next one, Joel, is going to be doing this week, right?
Yeah,
the Hoka.
Yeah, the Hupana. So I ran that race in those shoes.
Awesome.
Definitely pushed those shoes to the limits.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to be reviewing that.
Yep.
And then I guess it's kind of time to announce the guest
Yeah.
runner for the Ogden Trail Running Festival, the film night only, which is Friday, which is sold out, other than the date night with Turd'l to bid on.
Exactly, right.
But it's your opportunity to meet, listen, and maybe even ask questions to this person.
I think so. I think that's kind of how we're hoping to set it up right now.
Now, I'm going to give one more hint before we just announce a name, but
Right.
she is...
Oh, it's a she.
It's a she. That's
Yeah.
my next one. Is
Right.
She is a global icon, really.
Yeah.
I mean, just beyond belief.
Not only a fast runner, but, I mean, she's inspirational to all these young ladies.
Yeah, and everybody.
Yeah.
What's another? Should we keep kind of making it so people just have to figure it out?
No, just drop it.
Who are you going to meet at the Ogden Trail Running Festival film night,
Film
Friday night, May 5th,
Yep.
Ogden, Utah, Amersport, Solomon Athlete, Anna Frost.
Anna Frost is going to be in the house.
That's right, baby. So if you
we
got tickets,
went big the first year.
man, congratulations.
You are a lucky duck.
You're going to meet
now, don't
Anna.
be creepy.
Yeah, don't be creepy.
Don't be that creeper.
No.
We'll kick you out.
If anybody walks in and they're wearing a trench coat, I'm kicking you out.
That's right.
Right? You got to have some good gear on.
That's right.
But yeah, so congratulations to everybody that's going to be there. That's going to be super cool. I'm
It's gonna be
excited.
fun.
I'm like a little
She's
kid.
going to talk, and we're all going to sit there with our jaws at the floor going, oh my gosh, Anna Frost is here
Yeah.
talking to us.
And then we'll watch films.
Yep.
But again, it's sold out. Sorry about that, folks. It didn't get tickets other than the one ticket to bid with Turd'l Miller.
That's right. So you got your chance. If you want to come, well, first you got to be excited about being Turd'l's dates.
Yeah,
that's important.
That'd be fun, though.
Yeah, I think
long
so,
as
too, 'cause he's gonna treat you
Wore
right.
socks, no flip-flops, Turd'l. But you'll have to go to the link here on the show notes about Turd'l, read the information.
Right.
Again, we can't thank Solomon enough and Anna for taking the time to fly to the O-Town, Ogden, Utah.
I like the O.
The O. So, yeah, anyway, congratulations to Josh.
Yep.
And everybody else, thank you so much for listening to the show. This is SingleTrack Session number 29. Huge announcements are done.
Yep.
Giddiness is over. Time to talk about it. So, anyway, until next week, this is Eric and Joel. Have a good one.